Children, today we are going to hear Coco's next adventure. The name of the story is The Squirrel's Secret Shortcut. The morning after Coco found the sparkling blue collar, he hurried into the yard before breakfast. The grass was cool, the flowers were sleepy, and his collar gave a soft blue shimmer. Shh, poor Chiro, whispered a voice from the fence. Coco looked up and saw Milo hanging upside down by his back feet. That is not my name, Coco said. It should be, Milo replied. You solved a ribbon emergency. That counts. Coco sat down. You said you knew a shortcut through the hedges? Milo dropped to the ground at once. I do. It is fast, hidden, and extremely impressive. Come on. He led Coco past the flower pots, around the hose, and behind the biggest hydrangea bush. There, tucked under the leaves, was a little opening in the hedge. Coco leaned closer. A narrow path curved through the branches like a tiny green hallway. Wow, he said. Exactly, said Milo proudly. Before Coco could step inside, 3 field mice squeezed out of the opening. Please, don't be scary, one squeaked. I'm not scary, said Coco. I am small. That helps, said the mouse. Milo flicked his tail. These are the Bramble twins and their cousin, Pipkin. They use the shortcut to reach the black garden where seeds fall near the bird feeder. Used to, Pipkin said sadly. Something blocked the path, said one twin. A giant pile of twigs, said the other. Coco peered into the opening. Further in, he could just make out a dark, tangled heap. Can't you go around? He asked. The mice all shook their heads. Around the hedge is the long way, Pipkin said. Too open too. The little animals use this path because it is quick and safe. Milo's ears dipped. If the shortcut stays blocked, some of them won't reach the feeder before dark. Coco felt the collar warm against his neck. He knew that feeling now. Somebody needed help. Then we clear it, he said. It sounded easy, but it was not. Coco pushed into the opening, but a twig poked his shoulder and another bumped his ear. He backed out fast. Milo tugged at the pile from above, and that only made more leaves slide down. I would like to complain to the hedge, Milo said. You may, Coco replied, but it will not the answer. Coco sniffed around the opening. He smelled damp leaves, fresh twigs, and something else. Feathers? Just then Ruby, the robin, fluttered down from the maple tree. What's going on? She asked. Blocked shortcut, Milo said grimly. Ruby tipped her head. That is odd. At sunrise, I saw 2 little birds fussing around this hedge with their twigs in their beaks. I thought they were building in a hurry. Coco looked up. Building what? Before Ruby could answer, a soft shadow crossed the grass. Hazel the owl glided down and landed on the fence. Tell me what you know, she said. Coco explained about the blocked path, the feather smell, and Ruby's sunrise birds. Hazel was quiet for a moment. Then she said, if birds were carrying twigs here at dawn, look higher, not lower. Milo scrambled into the hedge and pushed the leaves apart. I see it, he called. A tiny nest, and it's crooked. Ruby flew up beside him. Oh dear, the bottom is slipping. Coco stared. Now it made sense. Twigs had not been dumped into the path on purpose. They had been falling from the shaky nest above it. So that's the mystery, Coco said. Someone was trying to build a home. Hazel gave a slow nod. Most yard mysteries begin that way. Right then, two little wrens zipped into the hedge carrying twigs. They froze when they saw everyone looking up at them. Oh, chipped one. Oh no, chipped the other. The wrens introduced themselves as Tilly and Fern. We found the perfect branch, said Tilly, but our nest keeps sliding. So we bought more twigs, Fern added. Then more twigs, said Tilly. Everyone glanced at the pile in the path. That part got away from us, Fern admitted. Pipkin wrung his tiny paw. We need the shortcut open before evening. Tilly drooped. We didn't mean to stop anyone. Coco looked at the blocked path, then at the slipping nest, then at the worried mice. For a moment, it felt like helping one side might upset the other. His collar gave a small spark. Not pick one. Look closer. Coco studied the hedge. One branch bent low. A loose vine hung beside it. The fallen twigs were tangled, but not too tangled, if they were not moved in the small bundles. Then he had an idea. Milo, can you climb fast? Coco asked. Milo sat up straight. That is a wonderful question. Ruby, can you show the worms how to steady the bottom of the nest? Of course, said Ruby. And can the mice drag away little piles of twigs if I break the wall apart? The Bramble twins and Pipkin all shouted, yes! Now they had a real plan. Milo climbed into the hedge and looped the loose vine under the nest like a tiny hammock. Ruby flew beside Tilly and Fern, showing them where to tuck the rounder twigs so the nest would hold steady. Below them, Coco nosed the block pile apart and pushed the twigs into small bundles. Instead of one giant wall, the mice dragged each bundle away through the path behind him. Back and forth they worked. Nudge, carry, tuck, lift. Nudge, carry, tuck, lift. At last, the dark heap in the shortcut shrank. Then it thinned. Then sunlight spilled all the way through the little tunnel. It's open, Pipkin cried. The Bramble twins dashed through the path, popped out the other side, cheering so loudly that one ran into a leaf and had to pretend he meant to. Above them, Tilly and Fern settled into their now sturdy nest. It holds, said Tilly. It really holds, said Fern. Milo slid down the hedge, looking very pleased. I'm excellent at emergency climbing. You are also excellent at saying so, Coco told him. Milo bowed. By late afternoon, the smallest animals were hurrying safely through the shortcut again. The mice reached the back garden in time for the seeds. The wren had a snug nest that no longer dropped twigs on everybody's head. Hazel looked down at Coco. You solved two problems at once. Coco touched his collar with one paw. I think it helps me listen better. Hazel dipped her head. That is often the real magic. The Milo called from the far end of the shortcut. Coco, come, see this. Coco trotted through the now clear path and stopped at the other side. There is the soft dirt just past the hedge. Was a line of tiny paw prints. Not brown, not grey, blue. They glowed softly like moonlight, had settled into each little step. Milo's voice dropped to a whisper. Those were not here this morning. The prince curved towards the garden and disappeared behind the tall flowers. Coco's collar shimmered once, as if it recognized them. Well, Coco said quietly, I think tomorrow's just going to be interesting. And here we come to the end of the story. Now, some small questions. Now tell me children, why was the shortcut important for the smallest animal in the yard? You are correct. Smallest animals could reach the back garden easily from this shortcut. Question number 2. How did Coco help both the mice and the wrens at the same time? You are right. Now the mice can reach the back garden easily and wrens had a firm nest to be comfortable in. Question number 3. Who do you think made the glowing blue paw prints? This we are going to learn in the next story. Bye for now.